All right, so if you check out the chalkboard here where we have the what's happening in 7th and 8th grade and a really awesome picture of me. But if we come back over here, I have kind of the examples that we've been working on. So the first thing up here is the watercolor techniques that we've used. So you can kind of check out those if you forget or want some different ideas. But underneath here is kind of an example of what your final project might look like. This is started off with just the plain black and white drawing that we did on Monday when we listened to the music. We learned a little bit about Vasily Kandinsky, who heard heard colors as sounds. And so this might be kind of an example of a final product, what it's going to look like, but I am going to go ahead and walk you guys through what that might look like. So we're going to walk over here. I have my little watercolor set up. Okay, so it does not matter which way you choose to hold this. I just need to put mine this way for now. Here, I'll turn it so that it can kind of fit a little bit. So that's why it's this way. But we can work with it however you want. So essentially what you are going to be doing, and you will also be getting those grading sheets. What you are going to be doing is you are going to be using your watercolor techniques. So you need to use 9 of those watercolor techniques to fill in these shapes. So wherever there's a new shape created by where lines connect, that should all kind of be one technique. So you will probably have to repeat these. I'm going to say, match them up, repeat them a couple of times, but you will need to use at least all of them one time and double them. So for instance, maybe I start with my gradient. So I will fill in this section with the gradient. So I start with my purple. And I'm going to go with red next. Okay, so here's an example. I have my purple, my violet to red violet to red orange to orange. So there's an example I've used gradient. So now I need to pick a new space. Now, something you need to keep in mind. We don't want to paint wet sections next to wet sections. So it's probably not a good idea to paint this shape right here or this one over here or this one over here because the colors are going to mix together. So go over to an area that is not wet. So let's say for this one, I am going to do my saran wrap. So I'm going to use some blue. And I'm going to just kind of mix in, remember saran wrap looks cool with multiple colors. Just gonna mix in some green. Fill in a little more blue. And then for the saran wrap, remember I just take my piece of saran wrap, set it on top, kind of squish it down, and leave it, don't move it, okay? So essentially you're just going to fill in all of these shapes, continuing till it is completed, okay? Those grading sheets should be pretty self-explanatory. There are a couple questions on them that you'll need to answer.